So hello and thanks for the invitation to speak today. I'm back. I'm Barbara Slasor, Community Development Lead and a paid worker with Governor's Gateway Big Local Partnership based in Bishop Auckland, County Durham, and that's in the north east of England, in case you didn't know. I've been working alongside local people since January 2017 and they've asked me to stay on until the end of Big Local, which is roughly March 2026. So I'll have been with them 9 years. The partnership is made up of a group of proactive residents who make decisions on how best to spend the £1.15 million over a 10-year period. They operate transparently with accountability and monitor and evaluate appropriately. The processes they use are proportionate to the task in hand and they can respond very, very quickly to emergent issues. And I don't need to mention COVID to say how quickly people can respond. I'm going off script. I'll happily reflect on the experience of Governor's Gateway Big Local, not only as a worker but often as a volunteer in the area, where we are often sadly labelled as hard to reach. However, I suggest that we are also often easy to ignore where we live, work, study or socialise, and we've worked really hard to change that. Trusting in local people as the experts in their area to deliver on their own identified priorities, as we've heard, and evidence need, is a powerful way for them to work alongside partners and stakeholders, which in turn pays dividends and often far greater value for money. If we listen to what an individual or group of people really say, to us, including local community entrepreneurs and business, it's truly amazing how a longer-term substantial investment can positively impact on a neighbourhood and wider surrounding areas. One such example I'm going to give you. We've invested alongside other funders in Bridge Creative. County Durham has one of the highest rates of unemployment amongst adults with learning disabilities in England, with just 2% in any form of paid employment in the county during 2021 to 2022. Bridge Creative wanted to address this and remove barriers to employment for adults with learning disabilities and autism to encourage creativity and social responsibility. They now operate a centre of social enterprise, supporting and creating training and employment opportunities for them. They have gone from employing one member of staff to over 40 in a few years and have supported now over 200 people in that time. 35 are now in employment. So that's tripling the number from more than 18 months ago. They've also brought back to life a derelict building in the heart of the estate, once a hotspot of vandalism and antisocial behaviour. Running alongside this project, substantial estate improvements were planned. Engagement of local residents at the very beginning was essential. During this time, they developed the confidence to help shape estate improvement plans and influence wider decision making. Plain English, and I keep saying plain English, was used rather than regeneration or worker speak, giving equal power for residents to understand often complex information. By working alongside locally elected members, the Housing Association, local authority departments and the voluntary sector organisations, they were all able to find realistic solutions to local issues that mattered to them. They felt genuinely listened to, had a familiar place to meet, gave their opinions and ideas at every stage all they did. Often those opinions changed through debate and new friendships formed. A positive result today is that they can see a reduction in antisocial behaviour, they've got far better parking facilities and now feel a sense of collective pride where they live that they helped change. The residents feel invested in their area, they've developed new networks, they've involved themselves in supporting Bridge Creative activities, they now meet each month as a social group in their own right in this refurbished building. Many had hidden talents which were unlocked and they've gone on to further activities and employment. This is just one example of many I can give about how trusting local people and putting them at the heart of decision making enables people to find their own voice and solutions. My own observation during this time was a massive shift from, well, what are you going to do about it, to what can we do to help achieve this? As a big local today, we've leveraged in directly over £200,000. Many more volunteering hours would far exceed that amount. Projects like this will leave a long-lasting legacy of not only a physical building, it's the people with more confidence, self-esteem and skills to shape their own lives now and in the future. And I'd like to end off with a quote that was given to me just yesterday from a resident who was featured in The Guardian today. So to quote one resident, now you know who it is, "I felt unheard and numb for years. Getting involved in this type of activity has made me feel something again. It's put the fire back in my belly and heart, and I want more." Thank you for listening.